This episode is powered by Fuse Energy. Winter is all about energy. Switching on Christmas lights, warming your home for a cozy night in, keeping the TV on for all the festive fixtures.
And Fuse keeps things simple thanks to their fixed rates, cheap tariffs, and 24/7 support.
Better yet, Alan, Fuse is the fastest growing energy company in the UK, and you can play a part in building the infrastructure for clean, affordable energy by referring land to Fuse for renewables development. Not only will you claim your place on the starting lineup of the clean energy revolution, you can earn a £2,000 reward by referring 20 acres or more of land to Fuse for solar projects.
They're building a system that proves renewable power can be affordable, scalable in practice, and accessible to everyone, not just an idea on a tactics board.
For more information about land referrals and energy powering the full festive fixture list, head to land@fuseenergy.com. Hello and welcome to The Rest is Football with Micah Richards, Alan Shearer and me, Gary Lineker. On today's episode of Premier League Greats, the moments that made them, we are focusing on, well, more than just a footballer, I would say. I think a genuine global superstar. And perhaps the first footballer to do that in many ways, perhaps after someone like George Best, but that was probably more a UK thing. But this guy almost transcends football in many ways, although he's stuck with it all his life and now he's the owner of a football club as well. I think you've probably worked out who it is now. Golden Balls himself, a certain David Beckham. Sir David.
Sir, let's get it right there. Sir David.
Sir Becks, I think.
Sir Becks.
Which he's one of those people I kind of bump into at strange places over the years, on trains, or I remember seeing him at Soho House, places like that. Always charming, always warm, engaging, very pleasant. Like him a lot. You know him. You actually worked with him as well. You've been on this show.
Yeah, CBS. Yeah. Beckham and Friends.
Beckham and Friends.
Yeah, Tom Cruise. Just big hitters. You know what I mean? I feel like when I come here, you're bringing me down. You know.
If you're going to drop some names, lads.
Tom Cruise, Tom Brady, Beckham,
Micah Richards. It just flows. It just flows.
No, it was Champions League final.
Yeah.
He did a show in the studio, did the semi-final, but then the final we went out to do, and he brought a couple of his mates, hence Beckham and Friends. And it was just surreal going in because they're proper icons out there. And I'm just like trying to have some banter with them. They're probably thinking, who's this idiot? Yeah. You know?
And Alan, you'd have been his captain. Before he became latterly England captain.
Obviously played with him and was his captain in '98 for the '98 World Cup. Of course, when he got that red card. Yeah. I don't think anyone could have imagined what was going to happen to him after what happened with the red card.
It was unbelievable. The venom.
For him to go through
generosity.
that and then come through the other side of it, I think tells you everything about his character.
Yeah.
How tough he had to be. Yeah. And also I think how much Sir Alex Ferguson looked after him and protected him. Yeah. Because, I mean, they were burning effigies and, it was like incredible what he had to go through after that. Yeah. So to come through that and get to the other end of it was amazing what he did.
Did you give him any advice, or did you rally around him, or what was it like?
You know, in the dressing room afterwards, it was basically like it was just like a silence. It was oh my God.
I presume none of the players had a go at him though. I mean, not like the fans did, because the fans around the country went.
Yeah, I can't remember anyone saying anything negative to him in the dressing room, and whether Glenn Hoddle said things after or whatever.
He did, didn't he? Glenn did to the press, and he almost threw him under the bus in a way. I don't know whether he did it inadvertently,
but I think it was just the disappointment of going out of the World Cup. Everyone was so pretty muted and silent, and everything else in the dressing room. There was no arguing, there was no rowing in there. It was just, well, it's happened. You know, I think there was just the hurt of missing the penalties and going out of the penalties rather than him being sent off.
I want to ask you what it was like to play with him, because when people ask you, which player would you most like to play with from a previous era? my answer was always David Beckham because, I mean, for a striker, I mean, his delivery and his crossing.
Do you know what it is? There was nothing complicated about what he did. He moved that ball 1 yard and had incredible whip on the ball. I mean, it does sound pretty simple, but...
but his accuracy
was
unerring.
Amazing. He used to get the dip, the pace and the power, the accuracy. Whether that was just shifting the ball or that was dead balls, going for free kicks, whipping them in or going for goal. There hasn't been many better at doing that than him.
I remember when this little story was my eldest son, George, who's always been very contrary, supported Man United and all that sort of thing. And David Beckham was always his hero. And I was at home one day and he was like, he didn't know how old he was, 7 or 8, George. And I'm reading a newspaper and it's a big article about David Beckham. There's a big picture of David Beckham. He said, and he came over my shoulder, he went, Dad, David Beckham. I went, yes, David Beckham. He said, wouldn't it be great to have someone like David Beckham as your dad? Honestly, I swear, I think I told it on Parky. I went on Parky and told him. And I went, well, why? He went, because he's so good at football. I went, honestly, true story. So George, so bloody George.
He'd have been sat with England's greatest goal scorer then, his dad, and he just didn't give a shit about who his dad was.
Because there was no footage to see him. That's why I'm not the only one. I've done it well in George.
I used to play a bit. But I never scored from the halfway line. And I think that's the first of our moments.
Okay.
We'll pick it out. That was against Wimbledon, surprisingly, at Selhurst Park.
There's the time for Manchester United with Beckham! That's absolutely brilliant! Take a bow, David Beckham.
Bang on the halfway line, wasn't it? We see quite a few of these goals now, but at that time, that was
without doubt the first one in the Premier League era. Premier League started in, 92, and this is 96, isn't it?
96,
That's
opening day of the season.
Opening day of the season. Not a bad way to start the season, is it?
What is a goalkeeper doing? He's only got to run back 3 or 4 yards. He turns his back on it. Yeah. But the finish is sensational, isn't it?
Neil Sullivan, I think it is, yeah.
What did I tell you about goalkeepers? They couldn't move back then. Honestly,
he wasn't expecting it.
He wasn't expecting it. He had 10 seconds to react.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So you would have saved that, though, would you?
100%.
I think that season was the You'll Win Nothing with Kids from Alan Hansen.
Is that what the year he said it, was it?
That was the year. I mean,
right.
it's funny because it came back to haunt him, but also kind of made Alan Hansen, it was like that thing. I was on that show.
Was you?
You'll Win Nothing with Kids, and I think it was after a defeat. Was it Villa? Might have been against Villa, not quite sure. But they had a loss, and and they had all these young superstars, didn't he? Of which Beckham was. I don't know whether there's quite a few of them, weren't they? Incredible bunch of talent.
What was it like working on Match of the Day?
Back then? I was a pundit then.
Oh, you was a pundit?
Yeah, Des Lynam was the main host on that show. Because I'd finished playing and I wanted to go into presenting, but there was a gap to bridge. So I think that season was when I started presenting Football Focus because Steve Ryder left. But I was also doing punditry on Match of the Day.
So what was your style? What was your style?
Much better than you and Alan, really. I mean, I don't know whether I had a start.
Was you more the tactical? Was you big opinion? Was you likeable? What was it?
Oh, obviously likeable. I focused mainly on strikers' roles, forwards, because that's what I understand. That's ultimately why I didn't do punditry in depth, was that I only really cared about the forward side of it. So I didn't, defensively, Alan Hansen would do all that. He was brilliant. And there were so many times Hansen would say something, I'd go, oh yeah. Yeah, because the key to punditry, and this was the early days where it started to change, and I think Alan Hansen, he kind of created a way of punditry and changed it, and a path which many have followed subsequently. He went into it more analytically than anyone had ever done it before. And there were so many times I used to sit there and go, Christ, I never realised defenders had to do that because I lived so in my own ways. So often when I ask you questions like defenders, but not necessarily, I mean, Al does more than that. Oh, it's all encompassing. So many times I used to ask you questions which I genuinely didn't know the answer. Because like being a fullback, I don't know what that involved. I never had any kind of desire to be a coach or anything like that. And it's interesting that Beckham never went down the coaching route either, did he?
But you've seen him. Look at him.
His ownership.
It's gorgeous.
But with Beckham, it was more than just his football. But I think sometimes the quality of his football gets forgotten slightly because of the status, his like superstar status. Married a Spice Girl, Victoria. I did a couple of adverts with Victoria. She was great. I did a couple with the Spice Girls as well.
Did you?
Yeah, way back in the day when I was...
Who was your favourite?
I wasn't on Beckham's level, obviously, according to my son anyway. Who was my favourite?
Who was your favourite Spice Girl?
Oh, Baby Spice.
Baby Spice? That's Emma Bunton, isn't it?
Yeah, I always got on well with Emma. She's great. I bet subsequently a few times.
Mel B. She used to babysit. She used to babysit me when I was younger.
She used to what?
She used to babysit me when I was Mel B used to babysit. That's why I asked the question.
We don't even need to talk about Beckham at all in this episode.
Oh my God! Get her on the pod.
Mel B.
My sister still does her hair now.
Mel B used to babysit.
She used to babysit me. Yeah.
Can I just ask, what the fuck am I on here?
That is unbelievable.
She was
brilliant as well. She was really funny, wasn't she?
She was
great.
Brilliant.
Real personality. That's where she got it from.
Yeah.
Babysitting you.
Yes.
Was she already... Please, this must have been pre-Spice Girls days, surely.
Yeah, this is way back. This is back in the Leeds days.
She's a Leeds lass, wasn't she?
She's a Leeds lass, yeah.
Got that.
I spoke to her just a couple of months ago. Yes, I think she was born in Chapeltown or that area, but yeah, she moved... But what's up, Al?
Did she tell you what she wanted, what she really, really wanted?
Hey, I wish. I was praying.
That's an unbelievable... Is that known stat?
No, it's not known.
I don't know if you call it
for the pod, aren't you? You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Always have some up your sleeve.
How old were you? 16?
Yeah, but I don't remember too much of it.
No.
But yeah, there was obviously pictures back in the day.
Any chance we can get back to David Beckham, lads?
Do you think she goes around telling everyone, I used to babysit Micah Richards?
Of course she does.
You think?
Big meat,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God.
That's unbelievable. I don't know where to go from there. We've got to go back to some football.
That's throwing a spanner in the works.
He also became one of the great free kick takers of our time. There was a goal, wasn't there, against Liverpool at Anfield.
Around the line, or is Beckham going to crack it in? He certainly is. It's a wonder strike from David Beckham.
You know, it was that, with his hand. So everyone started doing that for the balance to get the whip. Look at his left hand.
Yeah, it just goes out.
It just goes out to steady him.
Is that the key to taking free kicks? Put your left hand down.
Oh, he's a master.
Yeah.
Great technique.
I remember being at the England game against Greece. That was unbelievable free kick. That last minute to qualify, wasn't it?
Unbelievable technique. That just doesn't happen. You have to practice and practice and practice. Imagine how many, he did even when we were in England, at practice for dead ball situations and the practice to move and whip in. The number of balls you have to hit to get that, to be as good as that, is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I think that sums up his attitude.
Do you think he's slightly... I know it sounds mad because he's a superstar, but in terms of his football, do you think he's slightly underrated?
Yeah,
I do as well. I do.
He's a top
I don't
player.
think he gets the...
I don't think he's underrated from the players that he played with.
Definitely not from the
I think
players.
we'll all appreciate how good he is, but I certainly agree maybe from the wider public because of his superstardom. They perhaps forget
Deflected
how good he
from
was at football maybe, but he was brilliant.
Our next special moment for David Beckham, of which obviously there were many, was probably helping to clinch the title against Tottenham. They were trailing in the game, and then he equalised.
Beckham. It's in!
Classic top corner finish from Beckham, and they really needed that. And this, of course, led to the treble, didn't it? Of which
1999.
Of which you played in the FA Cup final. You're part of that treble.
Unfortunately, I remember that season too well because
finish.
as part of their treble was the FA Cup as well. So they beat us in the FA Cup final.
Comfortably.
Very, very comfortably, yeah. They never really gave us a sniff in that final. It was a bit unlucky for Newcastle, you know, when I think about it. We played Arsenal the year before. They won the double, 98.
Yeah. Beat
us in the cup final, league and FA Cup double. And then the next year, 99, we played United in the
What do you mean? It's a bit unlucky.
Well, I mean, there are times you're going against a great Arsenal.
If you get to a final, you're going to play someone good.
Why couldn't we have played someone like West Ham or something like that? I don't know.
To be fair, we had Stoke in the FA Cup final. Yeah.
You had who?
Stoke.
All right, there you go.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, anyway. You know that finish there? Because I'm just trying to picture myself. If that ball's coming across me onto my right foot, I'm just hitting it like that. I'm trying to hit it with the front of the foot.
Slice it.
Yeah. Whereas his technique is with the inside.
Inside,
yeah. He was amazing at it.
Yeah.
Wasn't anyone better than the inside of that right foot.
You see his haircut then?
Oh, blonde
locks. That's how I remember him. Look at him.
Well, he had a few haircuts over the time. In fact, that leads us nicely, actually, to the next one, which this is probably the only time that Filbert Street will ever get a mention in this particular episode with David Beckham. But it's kind of notorious because of the kind of buzz-cut, shaven-headed.
Collars, look at the collars, guys.
Collars up on his shirt.
Like Cantona, the trim, cut off his head, didn't he?
Yeah.
And look at this.
Great stylist. This was the season after the treble, another free kick.
Just knew you were in trouble if there's a free kick within 30 yards.
Yeah. Oh, there's Ryan Giggs just brushes his top of his head, doesn't he? Like
they had some team, didn't they?
Yeah.
They did have a great
I mean, what a
team.
side. Giggs and Beckham and
Keane.
Scholes and Neville Brothers. And, do we count them?
Giggs, either side, right side and left side. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Great players.
So hard to play against.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the culture side of things, it was interesting. And I think it was probably ultimately the falling out between him and Sir Alex Ferguson or that kind of stuff. I think he had the Mohican and I think Fergie outlawed that one, didn't he? Rumour has it. I think they probably had a bit of a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
Do you think?
It's hard though because I didn't think he tried to disrespect Fergie. He was just going with the flow. Yeah. He was an icon, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Do you remember he had the cane rose as well? He cut off his hair, Mohican.
Sarong?
Sarong?
He had the sarong, didn't he?
Yes, the sarong,
Yeah.
He did.
I don't think he pulled that off, though. I'm not sure. That's the only thing that was a bit like, not too sure.
You in a sarong?
Not a chance.
No.
You won't catch me in a sarong, ever. Never. But even for... Doesn't matter who you support. You just looked at Beckham. It was just, you want to do what he wants to do. He had too much influence, maybe that Fergie didn't like.
Yeah.
And Fergie protected him many times, especially after
98.
In 98, when he said, don't do any interviews, we'll protect you. And he did that. So when I won't say too big for his boots, but he just got too big for one single person. Yeah. You know? And it became about him rather than the team. But that wasn't David's fault. He was just doing what he was doing.
They had the moment in the dressing room, didn't they, with the hurling of the boot.
All right.
I'm surprised that got out of the dressing room now, because normally that would stay in.
Yeah.
Normally that would stay in the dressing room.
Didn't he?
I know, but I mean...
Could have made something up, I suppose.
We've been in dressing rooms where things gone out. Players have fought and gone toe-to-toe, and nothing's come out. So I thought, especially at Man United, I was surprised when that came out the dressing room.
Because that's a regular thing, or was back then, not now, I guess. Regular thing was there was always a scrap.
Always a scrap.
But I guess the manager kicking or a boot and hitting the player. And
but he didn't mean to do it. He didn't get a boot and whack him in the face. He threw it on the floor and kicked it and went in his eye. I mean, 1 in a million, that.
Yeah. If you saw Fergie play, he would never have hit a target.
Have you had this scrap? Come on. Give us some insight back in the day.
Back in, it was honestly every single week there was the Chris Nichols one. Yeah, I told you about that one, didn't I? And, he picked a milk bottle up. We used to have milk bottles back then, crates of milk bottles, glass. And he picked one up and winged it at the dressing room wall, and the bottle, the glass, and was everywhere. And he went round the whole of the dressing room telling everyone how shit, okay. And he called Mark Dennis, shit. And I think he called him a wanker as well. He was like, wanker. Mark Dennis stood up and they actually went at it.
He was quite hard man, Mark Dennis.
Mark Dennis, yeah. They were actually at it in the dressing room. And then the following day, because I was an apprentice, I was cleaning all the showers and the baths and what have you. Mark Dennis came in with his dad and his brother to take the manager on and fight him again. It's like, so yeah, that was a regular occurrence back then when I first started.
I never really saw anything like that.
Really?
I mean, fallouts and arguments, but something like, no, I can't.
I was brought up.
Not really. I mean, to be honest, when I was coming up at Leicester, we had Jock Wallace was in charge. Everyone was so terrified. He was the size of a door, 6'4". But it's terrifying bloke. So I don't think anyone would have challenged him. Then Gordon Milne was such a charmer, the second manager. It was different.
Yeah, weird. Can you imagine? Yeah. Come on, getting your brother and your dad coming in the next day. We're going to fill the manager in.
You see Messi and his dad going to see Becks.
Crazy.
So what he's done post-game is extraordinary as well in many ways, isn't it? I mean, yeah, to be a culture icon and all that sort of stuff. But what they've done with Miami is really pretty impressive, I would say.
They won the first trophy the other day as well.
They've won 1 or 2 trophies now. Quite a few. Signed Messi as well to get him to go there.
Yeah, I think the story about him getting a franchise when he was at LA Galaxy, I think that was the smart thing to do when nobody saw that happening. And then getting Miami, getting Messi. Not only Messi, Busquets.
The old guard.
The old guard. Suarez,
yes.
Yeah. All his mates.
He's smart.
Yeah.
He's just, whoever's managing him, they've done a great job. But imagine though, there must be a day where he thinks, I just don't want this attention. You get a lot of attention, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, you both do. But I mean, his attention is...
Next levels.
Next level, yeah. No. I wouldn't.
It must be just a day just thinking, have a day off.
You can do that at home, can't you? I mean, he's got his place in the Cotswolds, hasn't he, where he does he loves gardening, doesn't he, and all that kind of stuff. So that's where he can, chickens he's got.
Bees.
Yeah.
Bees, yeah, honey.
So
I got some of his sticky stuff, by the way.
What?
Beg your pardon?
Let me rephrase that. David Beckham coming with a jar of honey.
Oh, beautiful.
And it's called David Beckham Sticky Stuff.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, and he brought something for me.
Oh, good.
Nothing else?
No.
Just to clarify that.
This has been a really interesting episode, guys. We're talking about David Beckham's sticky stuff and Mel B babysitting Micah Richards.
That's unbelievable stuff. Yeah. I still can't quite...
I'll try and get her on... next time we'll get her on FaceTime.
Are you a baby or... I don't know how old
I was.
Yeah.
And her sister Danielle as well used to babysit,
Fantastic.
I think we need to stop this before it goes any further.
Good idea. That's it for this episode of The Rest is Babysitting. So that's it for this episode of The Rest is Football. Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.